because that will motivate you to grow your own stuff and whatnot and make your own signature teas with plants.
Or
I mean, it's so
go to
good.
the farm and pick
That
out
too.
membership.
That too. I have a couple farms that I want to go to and volunteer at so I can just learn how to grow different things. Right now, I just picked easy things. Things that just need water, leave them in the sun. They should be good. Actually, I need to bring all that back into the sun because I moved it to cut the grass.
So you get to another edition of Cider and Conversation. I know I've been off grid. I've been playing around and splashing around and being a creative person, which means that you're constantly being inspired or something is making you feel an attachment to it. Your eyes are everywhere. So that's been painting, becoming an art dealer. I don't know, just being an artist and everything that comes with it. Whatever I want to do, whatever I want to create, whatever I want to be, try, learn, achieve, learn, move forward. Today, again, we're going to expand on our conversation from the previous Cider and Conversation. I think, yeah, we can go there today. We're going to talk about yonis. We're going to talk about birth control, fibroids. I can even go there about
Farming.
yeah, because she grows her own stuff to put into her products. So I want to introduce this young lady. Bi-coastal. And can I say bicultural?
I guess, yeah.
Young lady who is living a glamorous life of I think I do, I create, and I figure out the rest. Salary, business proposal, travel, leisure.
I think I do, I create. That is very accurate.
Which is very like entrepreneurial, and it's becoming more like of a trend. Or now we're getting the light on being an entrepreneur and the respect of it all. But now, like, more people are coming up with their own ways to provide a lifestyle that they choose, and not allowing time to pass them by. You can't get time back. You can always come up on some money if you're a hustler, but you can't get time back. So, introduce yourself.
Hey, y'all. It's Sheila, founder, owner, CEO, maker of Indiglo Holistics. I'm a massage therapist, herbalist, all-around naturalista. Just trying to live my best life. We're out here in my backyard on this hot day. It's like, what, 90 something degrees? It was 90 earlier, so it's probably about 92.
I was going to say I apologize because the cider is hot.
But we got cold water, so we good.
But to me, like, I'm going to make it cold. Well, I'm kind of behind. I said I was going to be jamming the cold cider or the summer cider. I'm behind. So if it happens to do it, don't, it won't. But the cider's moving regardless. Like it.
It smells so good.
I like when it smells good. And then it's like, oh, it tastes good. What is this? And then some people are like,
So wait, we got to introduce the cider of the day. So what is this flavor? Does it have a name?
I went, well, how was it? That probably was why I was late. Because I got caught up in somebody's urban farm in the community and was enjoying myself and stuff. So I was like, they got peaches out here, they got plums out here, got mints out here, they got a gang of other stuff out here. I was like, I'm going to just grab whatever one look good enough and throw it in there and we're going to see how this goes. But I still kept the traditional oranges.
I like the hint of the mint. Is it ginger?
Yes. I'm trying to move it in a good and healthy way. So like it tastes good for people that's not really healthy, to lure them into the healthy, but the people who already eat healthy, like, oh yeah, it's pretty decent.
This would even be good as a cocktail.
With some alcohol in it.
Hmm.
What alcohol would you choose? Usually when I put alcohol in my cider, I don't do that flavoring pairing. I usually put bourbon in it.
Bourbon wouldn't be bad. A little whiskey wouldn't be bad in this as a cold. Because this is very, it's rich. So if this were chilled, almost like what they do with the sours, that they put the little drops that they put into drinks and things of that nature to change the flavor of it. Like I could see that.
Okay.
Little summertime beverage. Yeah, I could so see
Random
that.
combination.
With a little lavender on the side of the glass or lavender sugar on the rim of the cup.
Is that lavender sugar? So is it like you blending those
Yeah,
things
so you
together?
could blend, you could grind up the lavender bud, let it dry, completely dry,
Okay.
and then grind it up, and then just add it into your sugar. Some people may add like other like juices or little hints of something, mix it in, and then let it dry, like
Okay.
let it dry out on a cookie sheet and that nature.
It's
But
good.
you grind that up and mix it in with some sugar or a mixture of sugar morena, which is sugar cane, white sugar, and brown sugar mixed together. So it's like this light peanut butter color with
Okay.
the lavender.
Is it peanut butter consistency or no? Just that color.
Oh, just the color.
Okay.
It's just the color of peanut butter. But that sugar is really good. Even coconut sugar would be a good combination with the lavender.
We might gotta do something together. On some,
I'm so down for that.
like your limited edition and my limited edition.
I do make this beverage with strawberries and limes. It's like a strawberry limeade, and then you
Sounds
just smush up. You smush up half of the strawberries to make it almost a puree.
Okay.
Then you'll put that puree in with the lime juice, and then add your cups of water to balance it out. Some brown sugar, so it's like a brown sugar strawberry limeade. It is so good.
Let's do it.
But this cider is really good. But yeah,
I know.
I like it.
But that's how I cook.
And you
I'm
can-
an explorer.
And you can tell that the mint leaves are fresh.
Oh, it was the day, yeah. It was the day leaves. And I don't think I ever put mint in it. I will always put other shit that's kind of strong as mint, but I never put mint in it into the day. Because mint is a strong, and it's almost like if you don't pair it well, or if you put too much in there, it's going to
It'll
be
throw
straight mint.
everything. Oh my gosh, that is so true. That is very true. I was working on a new body wash blend because I started making some botanical body washes and some spiritual body washes because people are usually wanting to do a cleanse or feel like some negativities around and aren't sure like how to go about it. So I figured I could make some myself, and girl, I put some mint leaves and mint essential oil in the mix, but it had everything else. So before I put the mint, it smelled really good. I put that mint in there, and I think I went a little too far because that's all you smell is mint. You don't smell none of the other florals, none of the other herbs that were in there. You don't smell none of the
Trying to
cinnamon.
make it work for the moment. But mint is, to me, like if it's like on the aromatherapy thing, that's kind of, it's almost like it, I don't know, for me, like it reminds me of like the calm down of Vicks Vapor Rub when I smell it.
Yeah, it brings you back to center. Very much so. This is nice. I like doing this outdoors. I thought it was going to be hot as hell
No,
and we'd be
I gotta
sweating.
be out. I kind of like being out, and my money funny too. Shit. So usually I be at the Airbnb going in the direction I want to go early. Like, nah, meet me at the Airbnb. I send you the address when the day come close. I'm like,
Yeah.
I ain't got that
Meet me
shit.
on the other
It's
side
there.
of town.
But she's got plenty fucking yard. I promise you. Where it's making me be like, this about to be a gather spot. This about to be all this yard.
Yeah, I'm so down for that. I'm so down for that. I was actually trying to partner up with Brown and Healthy to do some like summertime workouts back here, free for the community and whatnot. Just come out, do some workouts in the morning, and then maybe learn how to plant something. But I am so down. I'm so down for turning my backyard into a community.
You can do it because it can be like yoga out here, and then you do your only steam in the inside.
Sure. I would have to finish the basement though for something like that. That would be nice though, just so it can be private.
I came for the yoni statement. I'm learning this yoni. I heard this yoni conversation plenty times before, but I was like, and yoni came up because it was like, yo, my period's just it's starting to get back to the fucking awfulness it always was. I was doing Depo, but like, my mother was doing it, so it was kind of like, follow. But doing the Depo on like my periods be like, just take all this shit with you. Just take it out. I don't need it. Like, fuck, no, I don't want, no, fuck this shit. Take everything in here. That's what's gonna stop this period. Like, my shit be like, it shut my life down for days when I'm on my period. I don't want to do shit. I'm in pain. I probably, some days I'm just in pain and I fucking want to change my pad to get back in the bed. Like, it be like debilitating for real. So I started the Depo stuff. My memory be all over the place. So I ain't do the pills. I did a shot just so I can 3 months and keep it moving. Did a shot and I started to do like every 2 years on, 2 years off, 2 years on, 2 years off, and I was like, fuck that. Like, I heard all the stuff that happens to your body via that shit being in your system, and I was like, nah, I just gotta figure out how to prep as that 2 years is coming to a close. How to prep to start my body to get back to like, well, look, we about to be having our periods. We got to figure out how to deal with it within this 2 year block. Do I need to exercise? Do yoga? Do I need to eat better? Do I need to
incorporate some medicinal herbs?
Understand, like if I got I forgot what they call it, like endometriosis, fibroids. Like what's really the culprit of why my periods are heavy, 7 days, and then you got everybody else. Well, your period is supposed to only be 1 day, and there's some other people like you're not supposed to have a period at all.
Very true. So I've heard both of these statements being made, and I did a little bit of research on both. And the one that I'm kind of leaning more towards is the no period at all one. Right. Because I'll be honest, my menstrual has been very unbalanced and never really consistent.
What do you mean,
but irregular. Like I would never get it consistently up until after I got off the Depo, because I did the Depo shot as well.
And like it might be 2 months off, 1 day, 5 days.
It's sporadic. There, like right now, to be honest with you, right now, I haven't had my period in about 5 months.
But for you saying like that's usual.
But that sometimes that is normal for me. That's not unusual for me to go that long without it.
Boy,
sometimes I do, even without having the actual menstruation. I do have the symptoms of the sore breast, the swelling, feeling a little bit irritable, but not having any actual blood or too much cramping. Like sometimes I mostly have that ovulating cramp, like you know that you're going through that process of your eggs doing their thing and rejuvenating themselves. But with that ointment that I made and whatnot, I've noticed the difference with incorporating these herbs into my lifestyle now, because I've grown up with it as a child, but you know, once you step away from your parent, and my mom passed away so at a young age, so a lot of the things that I learned as a young girl are now incorporating themselves back into my memory, and I'm using things now, which is what inspired me to start growing a lot of the things that I used to cook. Because I'm like, our food is technically what's killing us right now. Our food, it's what's making these periods terrible.
I'm about to start selling
How
sugar.
you just threw me off.
I'm just saying.
Like real, like sugar cane? You growing sugar cane?
No, like it's just as addictive as drugs. I'm about to start selling sugar.
Girl, let us be the plug. Put me on.
I got that cut shit and I got that pure sugar cane shit.
Oh my gosh, but yeah, so incorporating even the stuff that I'm growing, some of the medicinal herbs, but incorporating the lavender and the sage and doing these oils and rubbing them on myself, the same oil that you state that helps you with your pain and things of that nature.
Was it CBD?
Yeah, there's CBD in it, and I've been using that on different parts of my body to take care of other ailments, and it helps. It really does help. I'm not having to pop an Advil. I'm not having to take a Tylenol or an ibuprofen and whatnot. I'm literally going in my cabinet and looking to see what I do have, and if I don't have it, where can I go and get it? Who's growing it? That's literally my situation right now. If I'm feeling congested, like the perfect remedy for congestion, especially for us that suffer from allergies, is fenugreek, a pinch of it, a pinch of thyme, and a pinch of sage, which is pictured here. You put some of that in a teacup.
Is that
Congestion, just feeling stuffy, feeling like a little bit of tightness in the chest. You feel phlegmy, you're coughing and whatnot. It could be a dry cough, a wet cough. You may be coughing up some phlegm, and that mixture will dry you all up naturally. Most people would say, oh, a shot of rum. Well, yeah, if you're having a cold and things of that nature, but if you're just feeling that little morning congestion or dealing with allergies where your sinuses aren't open so you can properly breathe, you drink that tea. It literally clears all of that congestion in your chest, because I suffer from it bad. I make that in the morning.
A good alternate for people that have like bronchial issues, like asthma.
Definitely, it would be a great thing. Yes.
We gotta get back to understanding ourselves so we can then know how to take care of ourselves. Because like how she said, I'm trying to wing myself out of being supported or needing to be supported. I know me best, so I need to know what's in my cabinet, what's in my yard, or where do I go to get it. I feel like that'd be the best way that we can control a lot more than we think, by just having that mind state of I need to be able to take care of myself.
Very true.
Not expect people to tell me about myself. I mean, it's cool to share information, but in reference to who knows you better than you know you.
Okay. And for instance, like this patch right here that I did not cut, and there's a reason I did not cut it, because now I'm learning that a lot of these weeds are actually medicinal herbs that you can use. So dandelion root, the flower, that is really good for the body, really good for circulation, really good for your digestion. Like dandelion is really good. Yeah, if you look, that plant right there that has that little white flower sticking in the middle.
Man, we see hella of them.
Yeah, so the ones that grow when you pick them up and you can blow them after a while, those flowers. So if you look at the root, the leaves and stuff can be eaten. You can actually cook the leaves and make them a stir fry. If you dig down and take the root out, butterfly. If you take the root out and drink the root, that is really good. I mean, it's good for your hair. It's good with dandruff. Like, it has so many...
Dandelion root?
Dandelion root. It has so many medicinal properties.
Man, that's crazy. Like, that's something that everybody in blighted areas have seen these. And we've attached ourselves to it, but we really didn't understand the real value of it. Like, we pull it out and make a wish.
Yeah.
Or we'll kick it, or like it's all around us, but we really don't understand ourselves. And also, we are attached to the land. Like, if we understand, if we just remember the knowledge that we've forgotten, so much will shift in almost like a blink of an eye.
That is very true.
This this cider was
This is good.
I think I appreciate when I be just doing random shit really and it work out, but this is, I don't want to chill it. I don't know why. Like, that's probably why I'm not doing the summer cider jamming like that. I don't want to.
I would try it. Cold though. It's hot. It's hot out.
But I think it's to me, it's like in my mind, I already don't want to do it. So it's like, it's cool. It's cool.
I'm gonna try it one day. I'm gonna have you make me a batch, a gallon.
Like, it'd be the same thing.
Warm up.
It'd be the same thing. I just put it in the refrigerator.
So with your cider, if you did make this in a big batch, how long would you say it would last if I kept it refrigerated?
Now, that's the thing that...
or is it best to make fresh every time?
Well, I try to make sure that my cider don't sit longer than 3 days tops, and then I make a new batch. But the stuff that I put in it, it's not like how you got pulp in it. The concentrate. Was that concentrate? No, concentrate is nothing.
No, concentrate is how that it hasn't been diluted, so it's like pure.
I don't know. Well, what I'm trying to say, like, I be keeping the shit that whatever I put in there is in here. I don't do the straining or none of that shit. Like, so
Yeah, no straightening, so you leave it infused.
So
yeah.
that shit that'll make it speed up the what's the word? Pasteurization? No. What the fuck is the word for it's about to go bad?
Preserving it.
Yeah, it'll speed that up. Cause I got it's peaches in here, so it's like fresh shit in here that's already got its own time date of going bad. So that speeds up the process. Now if I didn't,
true. So you don't have any preservatives or any additives in there
so
that could make it last
tops.
Longer.
Probably like 3 days tops.
It's
just
fresh,
to be
fresh,
safe.
Fresh is that good. That's that fresh.
Exaggerated. Probably 4 days. I wouldn't push it past 4 days.
That's still not bad if somebody were to order it from you and drink it every day and made it something medicinal and whatnot. Let's say we did make
so you're giving me options of what I can really be doing with the cider.
Right, like selling it to people. This could be something that could go that route. You have this regular blend that are good, they're yummy, and as a matter of fact, is medicinal because with the mint and the ginger, just with those two ingredients alone, it's a medicinal beverage. So imagine for those that may want a gallon, want their week's worth or a couple days worth of cider.
Got a lot of good stuff. It's ginger. I got ginger in here, oranges, lime, lavender, mint. I think 2 other things. But I always make it different. So you ain't really gonna be on to me, the people that think you're gonna listen and make the same thing. Just no. Don't try.
So I'd like to. So where was this farm that you went to?
In the Oliver, over East Oliver.
Okay.
East side, like John Hopkins territory. Let me.
Did you do some volunteering?
No. Every time, like I be talking about that farm like shit, but Kirsten, her name is Kirsten. I can't remember the name of the brand of what she names for the business, but it's the Oliver in the Oliver community. I think it's Oliver Community Farm. She I think she got like fruit trees, got vegetables, herbs in there. So what she got? I think she got apple trees, pears, peaches, plums. I don't think nothing else for as fruits. But yeah, she got a good. She probably got like something like this, or even like 2 yards like this.
That's awesome.
Like 2 yards like this, and then she got like a small one on the other side of it. But yeah, like already, like I went there before, and I went there in the past, so I already knew where it was, and I already knew that already this her farm, and she already with it, not just going to run up on somebody's farm. But also, like it's all a circle of motion of the people that you know who's put into you moving forward in your journey. Continue to talk about
the community.
Continue to talk about it. I think I was more excited of, I guess, having my first farm to table. Real well, I know, like people can tell you like it's farm to table, but yeah, I went to the farm and I ate shit up the tree. I had my first farm to table moment. I actually was in there eating things that I was like, I think these is greens.
Hey, you're good. You're still here. You're not feeling crazy.
They look like mustard greens. I'm gonna try some.
Yeah, that's been one of the greatest feelings for me too with growing some of my stuff is it is farm to literal table. I literally come outside if I want to make a pesto sauce. I have the basil. If I want to make roasted potatoes with rosemary and garlic, I literally can come out here, pick some potatoes, pick some rosemary,
Yep, you got everything you need.
pick some garlic, and it's literally going into my house from my yard. It didn't go through no machine. It didn't go through any...
You cultivating your land.
Right, any type of process. Like the process was me watering it, putting my intention into it.
This
and
is her bug repellent.
growing.
Her bug repellent.
Yes, you can find that on indigoholistics.com. Punch Buggy Bug Spray.
Man, now let's structure it out. We'll get some and let me do the questions. And check it out. I remembered. I don't even think people probably gonna talk about it. Like, I feel like Depo. See, That ball is a roll of the dice in reference to the results that you'll get. And it changes with the individual, with what this drug does to every person. But what I've been noticing, like it just really changes your hormones, like to the extent where like your whole pH will change, where you don't smell the same, whether it be like your the smell that comes off you, like pheromones or armpits or vagina or whatever, like it changes every fucking thing. And I feel like a lot of people probably aren't noticing that, or either don't want to talk about it, even down to like having heavy ass periods, and that shit really like governing your life and altering your life. Where now, because of whether it be like the what about it? Menopause, or either you just having irregular or just painful periods, that could like change your sex life, that could change your real life, because you're not really able to control your cycle to be able to probably take trips like you used to, or invest in businesses how you like, which means going to maybe like things like the magic show or flea markets or just some type of random open house or mixer mingle type situation. Like your period, I don't know, like your period has so much power that I feel like a number of us really don't
Shouldn't
understand.
have.
No, like even in that, like
That too.
on that tip and on another tip, on the yoni shit, like your period has the power that you don't even know, like on some sacred shit.
My phone just died.
Like on some sacred shit, where I think I was reading like back in the homeland, uh, women kind of went into like almost like not so much shut off, but you went into where
A little bit of isolation.
and everybody had their period together, type shit. Where the men would be like, all right, we're gonna let them go into wherever the fuck they're going at, because we already know what time it is. But everybody had their period together. I felt like listening to that, like maybe it sounds like, oh, you got a support group. Everybody is going to do the same shit at the same time, or somebody else can be there just to support you because they understand it. Okay, you're being aggy now, you're cold, you're hot,
you're happy, you're sad.
all that type of shit. And some people actually use the blood for different things.
That is true. And I do feel like there is a disconnect when it comes to the sacredness, the connection of us, and what I like to call our moon cycle. And whatnot, since it comes every 28 to 30 days and whatnot. And I feel like with all the chemicals and all these pills and shots that have been incorporated, we have disconnected from what our roots were. And our roots were our earth. Everything we did was from the earth. So just imagine that now you have a thing that's now a trend, which is a yoni steam, which is a mixture of medicinal herbs that you boil and squat over and let the steam basically enter you, dance and detoxify your insides. And most people will want to argue, well, the yoni cleans itself. yes, it does clean itself, but you have to think of all the things that you've done to it, that it cleaning itself is now not enough. You're having sex with partners who
dirty
you
shit, so it's not gonna self
yeah, like
no more.
right. Yes, your oven cannot self-clean no more. That is so, that is so true, but it's very true. Like you're having sex with somebody who their spirit is dull.
Oh.
They don't know themselves.
Expand on that shit. I feel like so many people still don't know that. Like it's not even like, oh, who you having sex with? You having sex with everybody that you had sex with. Spiritual, the sex energy is a powerful thing.
That is an
a
exchange. Yes.
So some people, some people's energy that you have sex with, it could be like your lover, or either somebody that you randomly just did that day and forgot about the next one. You could fuck around and have that person's energy on you for like 3 months.
Or even longer. Years. You could literally go years if you haven't properly cleansed yourself, if you haven't properly let this person go, or let whatever it is, that connection you allowed for them to have, or control, more rather, then yeah, you can have somebody linger in you for years, and then you're wondering why you're feeling a certain way, why your pussy stink, why it don't seem right, why you can't enjoy sex. Because you don't realize that you're carrying somebody else's energy that is just lingering. It has nothing to do with you. It's not serving you. it's not purposeful for you. It's not doing anything but deteriorating you.
So when you have
And
sex, somebody you're taking on that person's energy, whether you know it or not.
yeah, you're basically, it's an energy exchange. It's one of the ultimate energy exchanges that you can do with somebody is having sex with them. And hence, for example, being in an abusive relationship, a lot of women may have that energy. Oh, I want to leave. I want to leave this abusive relationship. I don't know what's keeping me here. But it can be that energy as well keeping you there. Because most women will just get fucked by this dude and be happy all glory the next day and wonder why they stayed.
Right. It's almost like a ceremony
Stigmatized.
of a ceremony of this of a ceremony of dysfunction.
Yeah.
Makes you super aroused because he might be that alpha male guy. So you're like, oh, everybody knows that nothing's gonna happen to me because I'm with him.
And then
They
they're
come
not
to the house,
even,
talk to you like shit.
but they're not even alpha male. To you, they're alpha male because you think you're less than, and you're looking at this person as better than you. That's why you're deeming them alpha. But that person isn't alpha. They're just as weak as you. They're just playing on your weakness. It's an even exchange of not knowing thyself and being toxic. It's an even exchange of toxicity. It's just it's a different toxic I'm getting from you, and it's a different toxin you're getting from me, but we're both feeding each other. It's almost like a freaking virus that host is onto its host. It's feeding off of its host. It's the same thing. It's almost like we just latched onto each other. You got that feel good, but
So
that
be,
feel good
be
don't
more
be feel good
conscious
to them.
about who you having sex with, how you having sex, and I think I don't know, like it's so many ways that people are having sex with. Like it's just be I don't know. Learn
I say
something.
be cautious with your, just be conscious with your yoni, period. Like, just be conscious with yourself. Like, it always starts here at home. It always starts at home. So if you're not loving, if you're not loving yourself, if you're not loving your yoni, it's all the same. It's just like,
How can we love our yoni? Give us five steps to how we can love our yoni. If you don't know what your yoni is, yoni's your
oh my
vagina.
gosh, 5 easy steps. I could definitely give you 5 steps on how to take care of your
Your
yoni.
yoni is your vagina. If you don't know what the fuck you're
Oh
talking
yeah, it's your power flower.
Your lotus.
Your lotus flower, yes, definitely. One could be bathing,
Oh,
washing her properly. 2 can be sunbathing, bathing your yoni. And you're probably wondering,
like have your vagina
yeah,
out
like literally,
for the sun to kiss.
Yes, literally, that would be literal. So luckily, hopefully by next year I'll be able to put a privacy fence back here, so I can do just that. Literally be out here on my yoga mat, have your legs wide like that, and just let the sun rays get that pussy some vitamin D.
Yeah, they be telling us,
but
to
not
cover it up.
vitamin D from the dew, vitamin D from the sun. Give us some vitamin D. Number 3 would also be yoni steams. Definitely yoni steams. There's different types of yoni steams, different type of blends that you can get. There's even practitioners that have locations right now who have been fully certified that can literally incorporate what is needed for your situation and things of that nature. I always tell people research. Just do your research. It doesn't hurt to read. It's fundamental. Number 4, another way would be taking baths. Baths are awesome for your yoni. Soaking your body, period, is really good. Magnesium, pink Himalayan salt.
Well, who told us to stop? Don't take so many baths. Somebody told us don't take a gang of baths.
I don't know.
For our vagina. Don't do it to your vagina. Don't take a gang of baths.
I heard don't do too many of them douches, because that was like a thing. Every girl had to douche after their period,
You
or
remember
douche.
that little thing that your grandmother would have on the shower rod? It was like this rubber bag thing.
Oh, what's it called?
You would never know what it was. I found out years later
Oh
that's
my
what the fuck it was.
I can't, not a neti pot, that's for the nose.
What is that thing
Oh my
up
gosh,
there?
but yes,
Don't
it's basically, yes, but that is a great, you need to find one of those. I'm actually looking for one now
You think they
myself.
make them no more?
They do make them. That's what I'm saying. That is a great way to do a dish without using vinegar or using some type of heavy acidic base product. You basically take the same herbs that you would to do a yoni steam, and you would just boil it as a tea and take the tea water, like your cider, and put it in that. I can't believe, I need to look it up, my phone died, but put it in that thing, and you squeeze it up there and let it come back out, and you're basically giving yourself a tea bath. Listen, I did one, not with that device, but I used a different device. And it was the best feeling. It felt really good. It just felt like you had cleaned yourself from the inside.
So I just cracked the code, and you can cash at me $2 for cracking the code for everybody. What the fuck was that thing on the shower rug?
Oh my
that
gosh.
you knew you could not touch, but it was always at grandma's house.
I am having a brain fart right now, and I don't have my good friend Google to look it up. But
we all visually know what that thing is.
yes, everybody who will be watching this will know exactly what she's talking about as soon as you hear the part about the thing on your grandmother's.
That rubber, that rubber red whoopee cushion looking thing.
Yes,
With
that
the
is
hose
exactly it. That is freaking it. But yeah, and last but not least, number 5 would just be yoni eggs. Yoni eggs is something good, or even yoni oil. Massage her. And I don't mean in a masturbating way. Masturbating is great. I do recommend masturbating. But I just mean doing some yoni massages. Massage your lips. Make it almost like a meditative time for you and yourself. Stretch. You don't have to be outside to do the sunbathing. You could literally sit in front of a window where the sun shines through.
How long you want us
and
to bake our vagina?
You can bathe for however long you want. I mean, you can do it for 5 minutes. You can do it up for 30 minutes. You could literally make it part of your meditation, your yoga flow, and whatnot. I know there are times when I want to do yoga and I do it fully naked. I'll literally leave the room kind of dim, candle lit, and make it somewhat romantic because I'm spending time with myself to love on myself. And what I'll do is I'll take some Palo Santo and sage, put some of those herbs in one of those shells. I'll burn it and I'll squat. I'll literally squat right over it and let the smoke just dance all up on me for at least 5 minutes before I even start doing my yoga. And when I tell you, whenever you try that, it'll feel so fucking good afterwards.
After the steam?
After the whole thing, the steam, your yoga flow, your little bit of meditation, because I just the whole thing of loving on you and taking the time to
What I'm trying
dedicate
to
to
do, I'm trying to
yourself.
make my vagina sweat.
You just try to love your vagina. Just love her. Love the vajayjay.
So I don't know
Ooh,
if
ingredients.
I don't know if it's something in there or no. I cut one that was something in there earlier. But you can have that one.
Thank you. I love mint. Yes. And I just did 2 spiritual baths recently. I did them yesterday. I let them soak in the sun for 2 days in the moonlight. And I've been feeling good. I felt like some negative stuff was lingering, and then somebody confirmed it for me. But yeah, so I've just been keeping some medicinal herbs. And mind you, a lot of these medicinal herbs are really good for spiritual work as well.
Like what? What medicinal
And
herbs?
whatnot. Like basil, for instance. One of the baths that I made is with fresh basil. And
They out. Is it?
Base.
Did we put the mint out and everybody showed up?
yeah, that is very interesting.
Yeah, it did. Everybody showed up. Put the mint out.
But basil. So basil is really good with warding away negative energy and negative spirits. So it's a really good herb to use fresh when making a bath and whatnot. And I can send you the recipe
What about the regular stuff?
and whatnot.
Cause I like to curry sage and rosemary in my pocket just 'cause it smells good.
Sage and rosemary. I'm not sure. I would actually have to look that one up. I know they do. I know sometimes basil could be used in money rituals, but I would have to look more so into
To increase my territory.
Mhm. Yep. I would have to do some research on the base, but I know that mugwort and things of that nature. Blessed thistle is used for purification. It's a really good herb to bathe in. You basically just boil the herb and use the tea water and bathe in it, soak in it, for purification, just to you know purify all that crap that's just lingering. I'm so happy my baby's starting to grow new leaves now. So I have some more lavender in about a few weeks.
Alright, let's change the direction. You asked me some questions. So I can jog my mind.
What you want me? What the top? What's the topic?
Follow no script.
All right. So since you've been talking about going the medicinal route, would you be into making a cider or a beverage that does help women with their menstrual cycles?
Absolutely, because that'll be my own research to fucking organize this headache ass period I had.
Because that's something we could definitely do. Even make it a CBD beverage, a CBD cider.
Because that is an overwhelmingly exploding market of people who have those symptoms. I mean, I know a lot of the market has been ate up with the quote of, yeah, try birth control to regulate your period. Not so. Not so.
So what's a way that you can see us maybe changing this or incorporating, trying to teach? Because I know you'll park up at a corner in the city and literally try to sell your stuff. So do you think us posting up, maybe making it educational as well, maybe teaching these women that may walk up or something about?
You can probably interchange what we both do, like how you have your business set up, like proposal, like a letterhead, or you have a blurb, and then you send it out where you already have groups of people who are your consistent base, or people that you're trying to interest to be a consistent customer. It can be intimate or off the cuff, correct? And you can probably jot up some shit and have our information as the follow-up. Like, all right, now you're reading why this is important.
True.
You actually want to practice. Emails are there, numbers are there for them to follow up, and also be going into places that need to, that's already open-minded.
True, I was just about to say that. Like, we can even before the product is even made, but I think going to a lot of these organizations that either help homeless women or help children and families, and talking about it, just simply talking about it and teaching them, like, hey, you know that this herb can do this and you can find it over here. I feel like it's being done, just not in the right places. I feel like we need to go to those spots that most people won't do it because it won't look good for the gram.
We can do it.
The tube.
We can do it like how people do when they try and launch their product. You can come in to this location and
True, do like a pitch.
do it then. You can drink it down and tell me what you thought later via email. Let me know, like, oh, this helped with this, and can I get another because my period is coming or whatever. Let's do it. Figure out, because that'll allow me to understand my
challenge. Love your yoni challenge. We should start a challenge. They have so many challenges out here. Not that many about loving yourself, taking care of yourself.
But let's I feel like nothing by chance. Let's start working on that from this moment on. Whether it be making this
that smells so good.
A co-op space where people can do the yoga in your yard, yoni steam in there, or anything about sound healing. So like we can just basically utilize the spaces that we already have.
I don't know anything about sound healing, but I do know a couple people who do it themselves
So let's
that I
cluster.
think would be
Yeah, let's cluster.
down. I do know some Reiki healers as well
Cool.
and
It can
whatnot.
even
So
be
I
like
think
a
that'd be awesome, a community
retreat.
collab.
It can be like a what you know, like a retreat. Remember we was talking about that shit before.
True.
A retreat.
We're actually planning on. Oh, you know what? That would be awesome for you to serve your cider at this retreat. So we're talking.
Okay.
We're doing a retreat sometime in September,
I'm
and it'll be a
available.
weekend at a farm. So it's at a farm, which is pretty cool. And it's just a self care. We were gonna do it this past weekend, but ended up having to reschedule it because one of the healers is actually in the process of giving birth, which is
Alright,
awesome.
gotta take
Yes,
care of her
welcoming.
yoni.
She's welcoming a little baby, a mini queen, and it'll be a great way to just teach women about self love, yoni love, the effects that can happen to you with being around the wrong people, allowing the wrong energy
Energy is real.
to enter your realm and whatnot. The benefits of using medicinal herbs like lavender and how to grow it. I mean, it's really easy to grow. And sage, we have some sage here. This is some actual lavender from my plant that is currently drying and whatnot. So I think this would be a
That's
great
good.
thing.
And whoever else is watching it and has some ideas of how you can change your circle, your community, your family, your household, do it. You only learn by doing. You go nowhere by not manifesting or actualizing anything, any of your thoughts.
True, and if you have ideas, if you're in the city and you're watching this and you want to be a part of it or know a way that could be helpful, comment below. Comment below, shoot a message. I mean, we're greater as a team and whatnot, and basically, knowledge is power, and I feel like that's what's lacking within our city, within our community, is just basic knowledge on things that are at arm's reach, really.
Let's do it. And remember, I think I know I was fucking talking to you about that shit, but let's see how we can move forward. Cause I was thinking like we figure out how to allow us to learn in a almost like in a I hate when people say, I hate when people say that shit like in a childlike way. Like I believe children are their natural selves and free to be who they are without us programming them. That's who they are. That's what childlike is. Freedom. Anywho, let's start learning. Let's start learning more about ourselves, learning more about this earth that we are a part of, whether it be it's plenty trails all around in this
Very
urban
true.
scene, Emerson Avenue, whatever.
And there
Start
is
walking and talking and
a farm that every Wednesday from from like 5 to 7, you can go and volunteer, and they teach you about vegetation and things like that. It's actually not far from here, so we could check that out on a Wednesday. Then there's the Smile Herb Shop. They do volunteering on Thursdays and stuff, and they're willing to teach you, and sometimes they'll give you like tinctures for you to try out. So I'm down with that. I'm all
That's
about
good.
educating myself on these herbs, African herbs. There's been so many things that I've come across that you may not find in your backyard, but it is easy to obtain because there's so many Caribbean markets. You got H Mart, you got Lotta Mart, you have a lot of places. The Caribbean market on freaking
these
Liberty
mosquitoes.
Road. Yeah, they out
Did
here.
I send you the whatever? But in reference to like that trail shit, like it's relationship building. I had to learn that relationships, trust is a relationship. Once somebody builds that with you, you can do whatever you want to. Before that happens, yeah. That's
They're
where the
like
information.
hovering around us.
That's where the information goes over their head because I don't trust you enough to listen. I don't trust you enough
Very
to let
true.
you guide me, to steer me, to release the power and share it type of thing. So like that trail is like, all right, it's just us. We separated from everything that you know. It's just us walking this trail. So let's talk. If you want to take our shoes off, take our shoes off.
I love being barefooted in the woods.
Throw some
grass.
stones in the water to hear that cuckoo, whatever. and then we can get down to the harder topic once we like in the core of the trail or the woods. So like that baby step of allowing them to wander into what we really have, which is information pit stops along that wandering. And to wander
I
is
like that, information pit stops. I really like that.
like I'm with it. Like and like we need it. Like we used to do that. Go to the creek. We ain't even know we was a lot of shit that we used to do. We don't do, but we ain't even really know like it was
Why
some
we were doing
significance
it.
in it.
Yeah.
Going to the creek and hang out and shit, or just being separate from the noise, the busyness of it all, or just being willing to like, yo, let's go do some shit. Matter of fact, this girl I was talking to, she told me about this camp. I've been to camp, but I probably wasn't paying attention. I know I wasn't, but I haven't been camping as an adult ever. I'm so with it. Like I need to learn to trust. So that'd be big, cause that'd be like I don't have no shelter. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. Like I need
True.
to learn trust, so I know that that's gonna be me chipping away at not really having a lot of trust in life. So the camp to me is gonna be freeing. I'm gonna have to rely.
So are
on the
you
people
going
I'm with.
camping or are you going?
I want to go camping. Like I mean, I can go camping by
Patapsco
myself.
Park is
I'll
a
go with
decent place, which is nearby to go camping and whatnot. I've heard some good stuff.
I think hers was like in a part of Maryland, like far away type shit. Yeah,
A couple hour drive.
probably like I don't know, like an hour and a half. Like I want to like those type things. Like these can be rhythmic things that we end up doing to secure resources for whatever moves we make because we built those relationships off work hours. And it'd be new and different. Like, and who's to say that? Like how you did the plumber shit. These fancy, smancy companies are still human beings too. They need downtime and party
Very
time
true.
and relax and to be treated like a person, not a conglomerate.
Or a robot.
And we could provide those services. Like rich people want to have fun too.
Go ahead, Cider Conversation.
I'm dead ass. Like rich people want to have
Making
fun too.
moves.
Like we can plan shit that they wouldn't do because they feel like it's unprofessional. We could just
Or
provide
just
that service for them.
unorthodox. People have so many stipulations on what's right, what's wrong, what you shouldn't do, what you should do.
Like it'd be like an organized food fight. Like this shit that
This is a safe space.
like an organized food fight.
Word.
I'm dead ass like shit.
Yo,
that's
a
like
Nerf
you
gun
don't
fight.
care.
Get freaking Nerf guns, water guns. We were thinking about putting a tarp out here and having a big ass water slide. Just
Yeah.
put a little bit of soap on that bib,
Yeah.
wet it up, and just be out here getting turned. Just
So I'm saying like that's carefree behavior, and carefree behavior unlocks your mind.
very true.
You might look like I'm not paying to come to a food fight. Once you get there and you see how fun that shit is and how much if you let go.
And you're in nature, you're being active, you're releasing those endorphins, you're interacting with other people, like all of the proper
After
things.
Earth.
Yeah.
I was it was the best shit I could have done.
Oh my god.
I slept on that movie. It was like I don't want to see this. And then probably like when did After Earth come out? Like this shit is old now.
It's definitely old. After Earth. Oof. I know it's more than 4 years.
I got schooled like nobody business last night watching After Earth. I was like, damn. Who? Like I just be thinking like, who are the writers? And like, where are you pulling this information from? And everything is a part of truth. Whether it's 10%, 80%, but like, damn. Like you be coming up with shit like this. Like you be coming up with shit like this.
People be knowing, I feel like that's how they give us or tell us certain information too. Is through these
It's truth in every fucking thing.
through these things, because this is way off topic, but for example, when The Simpsons had the episode where Trump became president, and then a few years later, this ninja really becomes freaking president.
After Earth, you gotta see it. It's definitely like if you're an information bug, or just in general, try any fucking thing. Try everything once. But the after Earth shit, I was like, damn. Like that sound like that made hella sense. Like even when he was in the cave and had the like shit on the wall, the hieroglyphs or whatever. I was like,
They do not want
damn.
this to be great.
So after the Earth does its thing to restore itself, another it just starts over and starts over and starts over and shit. But I was thinking like, damn, like the Earth grew into a certain mind state of, all right, the humans did everything to deplete this motherfucker when it was a fucking never-ending source of energy and love and beauty. But you fucking ran it and molded it into the ground to the point that now it's like it's your almost like how what is it like when your body fights off certain shit because it doesn't recognize it, it's like a fucking host or some shit type thing. Where how he said it was that the Earth developed
immune system
where it was like it killed humans, like anything human it was going to kill naturally. Like during the day everything was cool, but you couldn't breathe there as a human. Like at night the whole planet froze over, like every night it froze over. So it was almost like we made Earth inhabitable for a human on purpose because we almost like we over you.
Now I'm gonna go watch this movie again.
Yo, like it was crazy, and it was almost like I learned hella shit, and it was like I was like, damn, this shit.
What?
Good,
I need to get myself together. I need to watch this again.
Oh, it was so good, and it was.
I do remember it being a good movie.
Like it was so good, and it was funny, like where it was like this not too far off. I believe that there are places where technology is far better advanced than we've been shown. It's just, I feel like it's a such thing as everything. There's such thing as every fucking thing.
Of course. I mean, there's a lot of things us humans wouldn't be able to understand. And then there's a lot of things that are just being used for our destruction as well. So they're not gonna let us know, hey, we're doing some fucked up shit over here. I may fuck you up later.
Or they'll let you know, but it's gonna be so far you can't do nothing about it. Because it's almost like we letting you know about something that we put in motion 100 years ago.
Yep, and to piggyback on the topic, that's just like all of this medical crap for our yonis. The shit is so far gone that people think that it's a norm. It's a norm to have this device inside of your pussy or shot into
birth
your
control
arm
is becoming a generational thing.
and thing like that. And it's so far gone right now that we can do our best to educate a lot of females and whatnot, but the situation has been going on for so many years that it will take some years for people to realize that, I mean, honestly and truly, this medical industry is one tough cookie. It is going to be tough when it's billions of dollars, millions of dollars being made off of people being sick and being toxic.
No hope can be lost because the industry started off with us as cadavers. You had to study the subject that you want to conquer. So a good percentage of it is already our makeup. So almost like you can't overthrow the master key. And we are the master key. We just don't really understand, like, yo, I think, and even when he was with the monsters. And I was like, damn, he must have had to train to be Will Smith. Like how he was, no fear. But he was like, the monsters can't see you if you don't have no fear. Because you're not, when you're in fear, damn, you said you ain't seen it in a while. It was alright when Jaden was about to be, initiated and shit, and they was trying to play him. Like the officers was all in this little thing, and then Jaden came in and he was being curious of what the fuck was that they had all hooked up and watching and shit. But innately, Will Smith was sitting in that little thing, but innately he was like, nah, something ain't right. Took his shit off all slow. It was almost like how people say, well, no, I ain't gonna say that. The maternal thing. The mother knows, oh, nuh-uh, something's wrong. I don't gotta be next to you. I just
Parental
feel it.
instinct.
Type shit. So they was about to feed him to the alien. And they was like, for verbatim, like, all right, he about to go in there. He about to try to play it like he cool. So his body about to shoot off this chemical. Now I know your heart rate is picking up, so it's shooting off this chemical. And these muscles have settled for those to, like, it was like crazy how he just knew everything that was going on and would happen with, like, he knew the human body down to a fucking science. It was crazy. And he was like, the pheromones shoot off from your body that you don't see, but it shoots off from your body when you're in fear. And
that's what dogs smell.
homie, I was like, damn.
Dogs, other animals, that's pretty much, yeah, we give off a scent for everything when we're horny, when we're sad, like, yeah,
It was just crazy how he just really, like, knew the anatomy to the T, like, and it was, like, everything that he was doing, like, he was, like, at the line, then he put his foot out, and then he tried, like, straighten his back up, and then his face went a certain way, like, he was looking at Jaden from the back, saying all of that. So, like, it was almost like he was his body, like, he knew everything that was about to happen.
Wow.
And I was like, damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look this up and watch it again.
Is
it on Netflix? I think it's on Netflix.
I don't know. And the technology was crazy. The technology in there was crazy.
So that's not 4 years. That's probably 2-3 years.
I don't know, but the
movie
technology
came out,
was
but-
crazy though. Where like he had this little device, like his leg was broke, but he had this little device where he like scanned it, and it did everything down to the T. Where it was like a scan of the muscle, then the veins,
And
then the
rebuilt
bone, then it said exactly what happened, then it
That's
said
just
what
like
you needed
Westworld.
to do. It was like it told you what you needed to do, how fast you needed to do it, how long you had before this muscle shut down, before your heart slowed down, before it was just crazy. I was like, yo, this shit is real. This shit not no like some shit that came out of nowhere. Like this shit is present somewhere, and you probably embellished it, or it's actually a true story, but
And
we
you
don't
don't
fucking
tell
know.
us.
So
You
we
don't
think it's just a
tell us.
thriller.
It's probably us. We're that magical thing, but that's not.
We definitely
That's a
got into a whole
conversation
ass
for
tangent.
another day.
A whole ass tangent. But
I feel like we're getting attacked now, even more so
I
than
know.
ever. There's all
so
these little bees.
Cider Conversation, platform for healing, understanding, business to come together to know each other, people come together to know each other, shared space for you to talk about your business, talk about yourself, say something that
Learn.
you wouldn't say normally.
A
Free
safe
yourself.
space for artists and makers all alike.
And it's a camera where somebody who's not even present in Baltimore now knows what's going on with this business, this event, this crisis.
This bomb ass cider.
That's about to be on a medicinal
Bottled
route.
and sold
medicinal
in
route, like
stores. Yes, you're gonna be able to find her in a local freezer near you.
We about to get we about to get these yonies together so we can have healthier cycles.
No more dull pussies. That was literally a topic for my podcast.
Yo, I didn't even know I was supposed
so
to.
ago.
I didn't even know I was supposed to sit my vagina in the sun.
Yeah. Sunbathing is amazing.
They killing
But
us.
yes, look me up on IG. It's Indiglow Holistics. If not, I'm sure you'll find me in the comments. Look for that logo. That is actually our Pride logo and whatnot. So look it up. Check us out online, in stores. Keep yo yoni
Be good to yourself.
fluffy.
Be good to others. Live your life. Go to the grave with nothing. If you, whatever you believe in, when you reach that end point, go bare ass. Don't come with nothing. You can't even take anything that you've earned. You can't take anything you've earned to the grave. And what I learned recently, it was like that shit is absolutely true. It's like even the pharaohs and shit, people came in and robbed their tombs and shit. So you know, go to complete your life. What I'm trying to say, like complete your life with complete your life leaving nothing behind.
Yeah, but greatness. The
Do all
only thing
things.
you should leave behind is a generation that is able to teach the next one coming after, and so on and so forth, and to keep that going, so we do not perish.
Let your life live on. Killing us. Killing us. I got these for sale though. I'm just saying. Though. I got these for sale. Though.
What you got for sale? Oh, well, you selling bum?